Don't call me a videographer. So before we get this video started, if you see this pimple on my face, no you didn't. Feel like it's better just to address it than to sit here and try to change my angle so you don't see it. So if you see it, hey, what can I say? Hormones. So if you see the title of that video, it's obviously called Don't Call Me a Videographer. Honestly, the reason that I'm making this has been a stack of this title being me called that. And I know that sounds bad, like,
oh, she doesn't want to be called a videographer. What's wrong with that?
Nothing. I have no disrespect towards videographers. I just know the lane that I'm shifting myself in. I'm aiming to be a director. And I know you're probably thinking, well, don't they both use cameras? Yes, technically. My goal right now is aiming to be a director. But also at the same time, it's kind of my fault as to why people call me a videographer. Well, actually, it's a lot of my fault, which I'll kind of get more into in this video. Why I don't like being called a videographer. When people hear that I film things, a lot of time, one of the first things that they say is, oh, you're a videographer. And technically, they're not wrong. But the reason that I don't label myself in that videographer term is because my goal is not focusing on capturing the footage. I'm more focused on the actual storytelling going on in the footage. In my own terms, videography is more about recording the moment, and directing is more about shaping the moment. A videographer, in my own key terms, is somebody that makes sure the shot looks right, the lighting is great, making sure all the angles are hitting, and that the footage is captured. A director is thinking about the story, the emotion, how the actors actually perform, and how everything connects together. So whenever people have called me a videographer, a lot of times it kind of hits me because it's like, you're only seeing that I have a camera and that I know how to film and capture things. You're not seeing the aspect of where I'm shaping things, or I'm writing the story, or I'm telling the story. And I think that's kind of what's been my biggest pain point lately in my career, is that just because I own gear, or just because I'm somewhere capturing something, that director term does not apply to me. And I can't blame the average person. If it's not their field, how can they know the difference? You know, a lot of the work that I've been taking on lately, shooting commercials, capturing events, doing personal branding content, running my marketing agency, it technically is videographer work. While I hate saying that I am doing videographer work while demanding to be called a director, honestly, this is the only way for me to be a full-time creative, is that I have to take on these gigs until the directing stuff pays off. A lot of these projects, my main responsibility is showing up with the gear and capturing what's going on. And in terms, that's a videographer title. And honestly, when that's the work that people see you doing, when that's what you're outputting, they're going to label you on based on what they see, which is honestly why I try my best to separate my two worlds. Like I said, I run a marketing agency where I mainly am the videographer. I'm the key videographer for all my clients. You probably will never ever see me post on my personal page or anything relating to Shay Directs from the marketing agency, just because I try to keep those two separate. Like I said, the marketing agency is purely income. I don't really dive creatively into that. I'm more so capturing businesses and clients. So a lot of that work is videography work. I can't deny that. But when you ever search up Shay Directs or anything relating to Shay Directs, I never want you to get that directs part confused, which is why I separate the two, or at least try my best to separate the two. So if someone sees me filming something, they're going to date videographer. That's just how it works. And honestly, those videographer gigs is what's keeping me as a full-time creative. Not having to go back to a 9-to-5 or clock in. The only way I've been able to do that is to have videographer work. You know, filming projects, directing opportunities, they're not always consistent or available. So in that downtime, I have to do what I need to continue to provide. So sometimes the jobs that help you survive are not the jobs that you want to take home. And honestly, I think that's a reality that a lot of creatives don't talk about. When you have a bigger vision of where you actually want to take things, and your reality is just not showing you where you want to be at yet. For me, videography is kind of part of that. But honestly, the important thing is really to know what direction you're going in. Regardless of the title that others may call you, you have to know that that's not the direction that you're aiming for. So even when people do call me videographer, does it get under my skin a little bit? Hey, yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, but I know the direction that I'm heading in with my career. So even though you see me every once in a while, I may gotta film a wedding, or I may gotta film a little content day or commercial. I know that as long as I continue to push in the path that God has set for me, I know I'm a director. Regardless of any title that anybody gives me, I'm a director. Just because I'm doing videographer work today, that does not mean that's my final destination. It's a stepping stone. And honestly, every time I pick up my camera, I learn something new that I can take into my directing bag. This is my way to stay in the creative world and kind of have some type of freedom without still being honed into a job that 100% has nothing to do with filming at all. Because I could be behind a desk doing Excel sheets, killing my brain cells because I know I'm not supposed to be there. Or I can go and just do a quick content day for a client where I still get to be creative, I still get to film and direct, I still get to come home and do what I love and edit. So regardless of what I may be called, I know the things that are aligning for me to get to where I want to be. So when I say don't call me a videographer, it's not disrespect to videographers. Like I said, I know some dope ones. I'm just saying for me, that's not my alignment. That's not where I'm headed. Yes, I do shoot things. Yes, I take on videographer work. But the long-term goal is directing. And sometimes the work that you take on today to survive is just helping build towards the work that you want to do tomorrow. And so hopefully on this channel, I have some actual directing gigs coming up. So definitely am trying to take my camera, capture some BTS of me actually directing on set and showing that process a little bit more than more talking head videos. So I am honestly working towards that. A lot more stuff directing wise coming up. Like I said, the long-term goal is directing. I do what I have to survive the day, to not have to go back to a 9 to 5, but also I'm a director.